Hi, I'm Onur. Welcome back. Happy New Year. Happy 2026. This year is going to be a banger. It's going to be the best year of your life. This is the year we're also going to realize what AI actually means and how we're going to use it. We're going to get meaning from AI. We're going to use it to understand ourselves a bit better. But I want to start with a simple moment and explain that to you. Right? I know it's a big statement. So party season's just happened, and I'm sure you've been there. You've met someone new over this period. You met at a party, you met somewhere, you shake hands. What's the first thing you say after, "Hi, I'm Onur"? Well, the next question almost comes out on its own, almost naturally. We don't even think about it. What do you do? What do you do? It's not, who are you? It's not, where do you live? It's not, what do you care about? It's not, do you play sports? It's, what do you do? Because our role in modern life is shaped more than we like to admit it about what we do, about our job, our profession. Are we a student? Or do we work? What do we do? So for most people, what you do is who you are. And AI is about to break that. Not gently or cleanly, but mind you. It's going to break it so smooth, it's going to feel like a fresh shave and you're not even going to notice it coming. There's a growing conversation in tech circles that AI is going to get so good so fast that humans are no longer going to need to work to survive. Not because there's no money, but because AI is going to generate so much value that income no longer matters. It doesn't have to be earned through labor. We're going to be earning our income based on what we know, and the AI is going to do all the work, and we're all going to be on a universal high income, and it's not going to be benefits or welfare, it's not going to be charity, it's just going to be accepted. It's just going to be money flowing because the machines are going to do the work for us. And a pitch sounds perfect, it sounds amazing, but that ain't coming anytime soon. We're miles from it. AI thinks we're not going to have any pointless jobs, there's going to be no burnout, there's going to be no people stuck doing things they hate just to pay the rent. On paper that looks like freedom, but paper is ignoring human nature. There's a real problem here that we need to address. Right? I'm going to make up a story now, but let's talk about Mechanic Mike. Not the Jason Statham Mike from the movie The Mechanic, but actual Mike. Mike is a real mechanic, but not just any mechanic. He is the mechanic. You go to Mike because Mike knows cars. Mike knows vehicles. He knows engines. He can hear a problem before he sees it. You're driving in the forecourt to his garage, he already knows what your problem is because he can tell from the sound of your car. He is defined by his role as the master mechanic. Now imagine this, right? AI diagnostics become so perfect, robotic systems can repair cars faster than any human, with no mistakes, no fatigue. What's Mike's role? Mike's no longer needed. He still gets paid. He still runs the garage. His bills are covered. But the question hits hard. Who is Mike now? He didn't just lose his income. He lost his role. He lost his identity. And humans are not built to live without roles. We're not built to live without identity. Identity is our real currency. We pretend that money is the main thing that we care about, but it's not. Status matters more. Contribution matters more. Being needed is what we really care about. Throughout history, work solved 3 problems in one go. The first problem is it pays the bills. It gives structure to our time, and it gives us identity. Now take work away, only paying the bills is solved by money. Time becomes empty, status is unclear, and purpose is optional. Well, we can't have an optional purpose. Optional purpose is dangerous. If we don't have a role, we don't have a definition, we don't know who we are. We end up waking up thinking, what should I devote my life to today? Why do we get out of bed? You know, if you have to wake up thinking, what have I got to do? And if AI removes that from you, that's not freedom. It's more like vertigo. You end up in a spin, not knowing where your purpose is going to come from. Now let's take it away from manual work and let's go into something less manual, like development, right? Coders. Coding's, being a developer, it's identity gold. Most developers, they're known as being smart, logical, they get a high status, they're well paid. They're in demand, arguably. But AI can write code faster than most humans, and it's only getting better, right? Much, much better. At some point, the best coder in the world is going to be slower than the machine. So what's going to happen then? Does the coder become a prompt writer, an overseer, a spectator, a manager of the AI? And if the machine never makes mistakes, What value does mastery over that skill have? When the effort is no longer required and achievement feels hollow, it doesn't become a technical problem anymore. It's now a psychological problem. It's an identity problem. And this is the lie we're telling ourselves, right? Because we're telling ourselves that humans just want comfort. We don't want comfort. We thrive on challenge. We want puzzles. We want something to get better. Now look at people with unlimited money, right? I know it's not unlimited, right? But look at people who've got more money they can spend. They don't stop. They create new games that are worth playing. They create businesses. They buy sports and build sports teams. They invest in art, philanthropy. They create competition. They invent friction, because friction gives our lives shape. AI removes friction by default, and that's a danger, because if everything is easy, nothing feels earned. And when nothing feels earned, nothing feels meaningful. So that's the real shift that's coming. AI isn't going to end work. It's going to end forced work. The work that survives is not going to be about survival and paying the bills. It's going to be about choice. People are still going to build, they're still going to teach, they're still going to create, they're still going to compete and explore. That's our nature. But our motivation is going to change. Because choice demands self-direction. And most systems have trained us to follow, not to choose. Look at the education system, schools, leads into jobs, leads into careers. It's all built to a same structure. That structure needs to change. AI is not built around structure. AI is built around instructions and response. It breaks the instruction model. Meaning becomes something we start to build, not something we're assigned. So we have to start building our own meaning, and that's the skill. And that's one we've never been taught. How do you find meaning in your life? That divide is not going to be about rich versus poor. It's not going to be about status. It's going to be about people who can create meaning for themselves versus people who wait for it to be given to them. Those who define themselves by curiosity, by their craft, by growth, by creativity, by service, by play. And those who define themselves by their job title, because the job title is no longer going to exist. Most of those jobs are going to go. So the danger isn't going to be a mass unemployment. I believe that AI is going to create jobs. The danger is going to be a mass boredom, drift, mass loss of identity, depression. That's where things are going to break. AI is not asking, how do we make money? AI is asking, how can I help you to do this thing to allow you to make more money? So we need to ask ourselves, who are you without necessity? Who are we without necessity? That's the question that's coming for all of us. And that's the future that's coming. So the future is going to belong to people who can answer that question without fear. Not because they're needed, but because they choose to be useful. That's the real conversation we need to be having. Let me know what you think. Love to hear your thoughts. Thank you so much.